Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club, the Normal VN. In the last episode, we continued spending more time with Natsuki, and we've come to learn of her rather troubling home issues with her father. And, well, to put it lightly, he's incredibly freaking strict with virtually every aspect of her life. Often even forcing her to go without meals if she does anything to piss him off. So it pretty much would go to explain her short stature and all that stuff. Probably because she's been malnourished her whole life. So yeah, things at home not going too great. But other than that, though, she is enjoying the time that she's spending with Neon. So at least that's one aspect of her life that's going well for her. And so far, I haven't made any wrong decisions. But although when it comes to choosing which ones will bring her the most happiness, but save for the one we're relating to what video games to play in the last episode, they're not really all that hard to figure out. So there really wasn't a whole lot of thinking involved in general. But, yeah. Now I'm curious to see if, in this episode, we might get an ending of sorts in a similar fashion to what we saw with Yuri, which I'm hoping isn't the case. But we'll see. It's Sunday, as usual. Natsuki shows up. This time holding a box in her hand. Oh shit, I almost forgot to mention. They discussed plans of Natsuki probably moving out on her, probably moving out of her house and into Neon's house, because Neon came up with a really bright idea to just hey, why don't you try moving over here? Even though such a prospect would not in any way be feasible in a realistic situation and would only make the situation worse. Can't believe I forgot to mention that. But anyway, he found out about us. He screamed at me, shoved an empty box in my face, and told me to get out of his house. You serious? Okay, so I guess this kind of works out well for your plans after all then, I suppose. Alright. I had 24 hours to leave, or else he would. I was really scared, Neon. I know this isn't how we planned it, but I have no idea what else to do. Natsuki. At once, I go over her and hug her tightly. She almost drops the box in shock. Shh. You'll be alright, Natsuki. You're safe now, alright? It isn't what we planned, but that isn't important. Your father better hope that law enforcement doesn't catch wind of this, otherwise he will get in trouble big time. Because, well, this sort of thing is not legal. Forcing your child out of the house forcing your minor child, I might add, out of the house like that to fend for herself. That, at the very least, counts as a serious act of parental neglect. It isn't what we planned, but that isn't important. All that's important is that you're alright. I'm still scared. What if he gets mad and comes for me or something? Does he know where we live? No. Then you're fine. Not really. You're still students. He could just go to school faculty and ask, Hey, could you give me any information that could help me pinpoint who my daughter has been spending time with? And then once he finds that out, he'll find out about the club. He'll find out that you're the only guy in the club, and then he'll put two and two together from there. And then try following you both to your house, and then boom, that's exactly how I'll figure out where you guys are. It really wouldn't be that hard to figure out. Again, you're not thinking this through. I get that you're paranoid, but I'll protect you, alright? With what exactly? The law isn't on your side. Even if I have to go down fighting, I won't let anything hurt you. Tears begin to well up in Natsuki's eyes. I grab the box from her and set it down, and she buries her face in my chest, lightly sobbing. Without really thinking, I wipe tears from her eyes. She looks at me for a straight half minute. Her eyes are still slightly glistening from the tears. I pick up her box and start to go upstairs, motioning her to follow me. Yeah, also, here's another thing I completely failed to think about or point out in the last episode. Neon, do you think your parents would be okay with any of this? You just taking it upon yourself to let your girlfriend move in with you? What makes you think that they won't just try to get into contact with her father, or even law enforcement, or even anybody from law enforcement or child protection agencies or anything of the sort? If you can even convince them that her situation at home was bad enough to where she had no choice but to move out. What makes you? There's nothing here. There's nothing that you're giving me that would make me assume here that your parents would be okay with this. She does, and I set her stuff on the bed. Neon, you only have one bed, huh? Oh, yeah. We'll worry about that later. For now, let's find out where to put your stuff. The majority of it, funnily enough, ended up being for baking. What little of it wasn't was mostly items she kept around her room. I noticed that she didn't have much, and it was probably for a reason. It's mostly just kids' dolls, a couple of anime posters, and manga she hid from her father. We put these in their proper place. At this point, Natsuki and I both sit on the bed. I decide to ask her what we should do. What, you can't think of something? What are you bothering me for? It's nice to see she's returned to her normal state. You sound like you can't think of anything either. I can. I just don't want to. You should do it instead. Fine. Here, you want to watch some anime? I'll let you pick which one. Yeah, you better. I wouldn't let you pick anyway. It's not like I want to know what you want to watch, or something like that. Your taste is probably terrible. With that, Natsuki grabs the remote from me and flips to Johnny's Strange Escapades, Rocks Are Unbeatable. Yet another JoJo's reference. A slice of life by all respects, but it has fighting elements which make it fun to watch anyway. Whoops, I think I skipped a line by accident. Oh, never mind, I guess I didn't. I don't refuse, instead changing my position to emulate me actually laying in bed, with my head propped up on my arm. Natsuki lays down normally, yawning as she does. We're sitting together, and the show has just started. While watching, I notice we both sort of slump into the bed. We begin to stray up lay next to each other at this point. We continue watching for a few minutes, until she falls asleep. At first, I don't pay much attention. I'm perfectly fine here, as long as I explain to her what happened before she wakes up. However, What I'm not expecting is for her to turn around and wrap her arms around me, settling into my side. I panic. What if she wakes up like this? What is she going to say? What if this ruins everything? Slowly and carefully, I pick up her top arm and put it on her side. And then I try to push my other arm out from under her, slowly once more, so that she doesn't awaken. She's completely separate from me once more, and I breathe a sigh of relief. That is, until she brings her arms right back into position, effortlessly. Well, you tried. God damn it. Why are you so upset by this? I take a different approach, attempting to remove myself from the situation. I consider slithering out from under her arms when I hear her speak. You don't have to move so much, idiot. You can just tell me you're uncomfortable. I'm not. I just didn't want to hear your reaction when you woke up. Well, I'm up. She rubs the sleep out of her eyes and yawns, stretching. And now she goes back to being dark again. I'm madder than I would have been, you know. Yeah, you say that now, but if I'd left you like that or even fell asleep myself, it might be different. Neon. I turn to her. These Sundays with you are some of the best hours of my life. It's so nice to have an escape from home, even when it was only temporarily. And you being with me makes things even better. I don't normally like to be genuine like this, but if I had woken up like that, it would have been great. Natsuki, these are some of the best moments of my life, too. I never want these to end. I would love to spend every Sunday till the day I die with you. Neon, I want to spend every day till the day I die with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Natsuki, God damn it, Natsuki. I love you, alright? More than anyone else on this earth. I love you. She slowly begins weeping. That's the first person that's ever said that to me. I love you too, Neon. Natsuki being so candid makes me a bit shocked. Without a word, I place my hand on the back of her head. Once she realizes what's going on, she wraps her arms around me as our lips meet, kissing for the first time since we played video games together. I'm completely taken out of my surroundings. Instead, all I comprehend is myself, the couch, and the amazing girl I'm sharing this moment with. The couch? Okay, let's just pretend that this isn't a mistake, and this isn't a mistake in the grip, and what you meant to say was the bed. Maybe you're just actually realizing the couch needs love too. I'll just pretend that's what this is right here. The rest of our lives, huh? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. And now we've done a complete 180 on the lighting. The rest of the room is light, but you are dark as night. Idiot. What? I can tell. In your eyes. You still don't believe me. What? She ignores me. Don't worry. As she rolls and lays on top of me, she whispers in my ear. I can help fix that. Gulp. Looks like my prayers were destined to be unanswered with Natsuki too. But instead of just getting one JoJo's reference, I ended up getting two of her. It's not that I hate JoJo's Bizarre Adventures or anything like that. I actually love JoJo's, but I mean, like, okay. I guess it was kind of amusing the first time around, even though it kind of ended Yuri's route on a bit of a silly cliffhanger. But I mean, second time around, yeah, its magic wore off on me quite quickly. Yeah, one of the things I'm gonna do when I end this episode is I'm gonna try to look into this mod a bit more and see if maybe this thing is actually still a work in progress, which pretty much explains the to be continued stuff. But if I don't find any information that indicates as such, I'm going to assume that the routes are meant to end like this. And it's probably going to end exactly the same way with both Sayori and Monka's routes too. So, for now, I guess I'll just I guess I'll choose one of our two remaining girls. One of them, anyway. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized. I got to complete Natsuki's route first. So, why don't we go ahead and do that? I'll call you Nigel for this time around. Okay, Natsuki. Let's skip through all this stuff real fast. Let's get scolded again. What? This is... the fuck? You literally downloaded this to date the Dokis, you fucking shitbrain. Why the fuck did you choose no? To mock you. Did you misclick or something? Fucking hell. This is normally the part of the game where I take you back so you can do it right. But fuck that shit. I'm not doing that just for some dumbass who can't click the clearly fucking correct choice. Hope you saved before that shit, or that you know what the skip button does. Fucking asshole. Alright, fuck it. You know what? Let's play as garbage as if you said yes. This is me doing you a favor, by the way. Just don't fuck up next segment. Okay. It, looks exactly the same. I guess you couldn't be bothered to call me any other insults. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of disappointing. Let's refuse the question this time. Doesn't matter which one I like. That's not the point, Natsuki. This argument was ridiculous in the first place. Wait, we're already done? Okay. I'll just assume that we see this question with, you know what, I'll just see what it says with the cookies too, just in case we don't see it with Sayori. Cookies! I'll admit I do prefer cookies over cupcakes. Yay! That means I'm right. All it proves is that I'm in the company of two bad people with bad taste. Well, it's not like what I think matters. Okay. Let's go through all this again. Now let's scold you. Sorry, Natsuki, but I'm not going to do that. Writing it during lunch, write during lunch, or just admit you didn't do it. I'm not going to cover for you. Seriously? Well, at least I tried. I was going to do so anyways. And why even ask? Well, Huh? Look, maybe I enjoy your writing more than my own or something. So I kind of hoped you to allow me to use one of your poems. There, I said it. With that, she takes out a sheet of paper and starts writing on it. But, shush. Don't talk to me. You were right about this. I need to practice to get better. So don't disturb me while I'm doing it. Every few seconds, she'll get frustrated, erase for a second or two, and go back to writing. Despite my stonewalling earlier, I start to feel a little bad for her. I think about whether or not I should offer my poem to her after all. That's it for that decision. Change the channel. Do you want me to change the channel? No, I'm fine. I wasn't really scared, you know. Movies don't scare me. If you say so. I'm continuing the movie. The tension remains, but it slowly dies down as the movie continues. By the time it ends, Natsuki gets up to leave. She turns to me. I'll give you the next book tomorrow. Don't forget to read it this time, okay? I know you will, but don't. There, things are back to normal. And now we skip. Let's drop it. Alright, whatever you say. Natsuki comes in and sits in the table. She watches me cook some breakfast as she tries to open her mouth constantly, but her voice never came out. Once I finish, I sit down and eat breakfast. The sound of something vibrating stopped me on my tracks. In your tracks? Natsuki takes her phone out, as her expression turns into a scared one for a fraction. Urgent text from my dad. He's, sick, so I need to go help him. Oh, sorry. By the way, I did notice that you might want something to eat, so here. I stuff a toast with some ham on it into her hands. She takes it, and faster than I could ever imagine, she dumps it in. Thanks for that, but now I really must leave. Bye! She rushes out the door, and with that, things are done. That's probably a record for her shortest visit, but if it's important, it's important. Best to just let her be. She can count on me, after all. I mean, I guess she does know. She does, right? I like how me choosing the opposite option is what ends up causing her father to get sick and to tell her to get her butt back home. I must have some kind of power. So, let's do a story-based game. I've grabbed Gone Nuclear Vegas Blues box and pop in the disc tray. Natsuki grabs the cookies from the kitchen and sets them on the coffee table. I dim the lights and we both sit on the couch. While she does pay attention, she doesn't seem to enjoy it. I still think we should have read instead. Oh, come on, I'm enjoying this. Alright, fine. But I'm going to read, okay? With that, she comes a bit closer to me, leaning against me. She takes out Parfait Girls in her phone light, starting to read. We go back to our own activities, once in a while grabbing cookies from the plate, until everything starts to get dark out. Bye, Nigel. No offense, but let's do something different next week, alright? Fine by me. I'll see you Monday. She leaves. And that's it for that. Come back next week. Natsuki, I won't let you get sick. Now go. I'll see you tomorrow, alright? But the sound of something vibrating inside her pocket stopped her from continuing. She excused herself as she quickly threw a glance toward her mobile phone screen. Natsuki froze. Natsuki? Yeah, sorry. Well, I'll go then. Well, you better take care of yourself. Don't worry, I know how to handle a cold. I say that, trying to make Natsuki less worried about me. But I'm sure she will worry about me, maybe even more now. As she left, I used the rest of my strength to close the door and get to my bed, where I spent the rest of the day, asleep. So 5 minutes ago, I was really happy that I got to see Natsuki today as well. But she sent me a message where she told me that she can't come today. What a shame. Guess I'll play some games today. I'll see her tomorrow anyways. That's it. It ends just like that. That's my wrong end for Natsuki. It's even worse than Yuri's wrong end, which is honestly not that much different, but still. I guess the only thing I can do now is I'll check and see what the other video game options do, but if they all say the same basic thing as the one I just showed here, then I'll just go ahead and skip all the way to our next choice. Okay, so they all basically said the same thing like I thought they would, so all we have left are Monika and Sayori. And I think I'm going to go spend some time with Sayori. We'll save Monika for last. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Monika, is it much to ask that you get this done yourself? I'm really, really worried about Sayori. I want to go talk to her and find out what's wrong tomorrow. Sorry if that disappoints everyone. All three girls looked down, seemingly ashamed. Maybe Neon is right. You both can handle your own projects, right? Even without Sayori's help, I'll be good with mine. She turns to me. You take care of Sayori, alright? We all want to see her. Okay, don't we? Yes. She's an important member of the club, and beyond that, our friend. Neon. You better make sure she's alright. If she... Oh god, if she... Don't let her, okay? Natsuki begins to cry. I don't think I remember seeing this scene back in the original game. Is she what? She doesn't think Sayori will kill herself, does she? Sayori isn't that sad. Or is she? Today came out of left field for me. So I guess I really don't know. That doesn't seem to be out of the question. Oh god. I really do have to help her. In any case, go spend your Sunday with Sayori. We'll all be fine. You know, if you're all really that concerned about her, why don't some of you go out of your way to spend some time with her and check on her or something, you know? Why let me do all the work? God, a rather somber note to end things on. But there's really nothing else to discuss. Club is adjourned. Natsuki, Monika, and Yuri head out. I'm left to myself. I begin to think about Sayori. Was Natsuki right? Would Sayori really kill herself? God, I hope not. Should I go talk to her now? Well, she did leave, so she didn't need to talk to me. Maybe just best to give her some space. Can't believe this. Haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. between what Sayori said and what Monica said. Is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I go over to help Sayori as discussed yesterday. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses, like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Neon. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Huh. I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to help one of the others today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. Well, there was a change of plans. They let me come over to help you out today. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's not good, Neon. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been you wouldn't even have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Till I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Neon. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Neon? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? She just doesn't want anyone to worry about her because, well, that plays into her depression. Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there was only so much that I could do. I would have tried it a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Neon. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So, that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Neon. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Neon. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Neon. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Neon, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Neon. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And it's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. Promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Well, everyone wanted me to help you out anyway. Maka can handle it on her own, but they wanted us to work together. Oh? On what? Maka said she wanted us to try performing poems together, to get us both prepped. Think you can do that? Yeah, I guess. Just go easy on me, alright? I have no doubt, Sayori. She walks off and pulls one of her poems out from her bag. She begins reciting it to me. The delivery is really strong, and her tone complements the piece. Even if I don't enjoy her more somber attitude, it works to make the poem more enjoyable. However, when she's done, she questions me. Neon, I don't think I can do this to an audience. Why couldn't you? Because what if I mess up and they all laugh at me? Sayori, that's just it. Who cares if they laugh at you? They're strangers. They're not your friends, so what they think doesn't matter. But it'll be really embarrassing. That's only because of how you make it. Sayori, I believe in you. You won't mess up. Even if you do, the people who laugh at you don't matter. It's the people who will be there for you in spite of those who laugh. You remember 5th grade, Sayori? When the incident took place and everyone laughed? Incident? Who was there for me then? I was. Right. And did you make me feel better about that? I hope so. Don't hope so, because you did. And if you mess up, it'll be the same way here. Don't worry about it, alright? Well, alright. Thank you, Neon. Sayori, it's no problem. I'll be heading out, alright? Alright. Bye, Neon. I still think you should spend a little more time with her. Just to make absolutely sure that she'll be okay. I go downstairs, still thinking about Sayori, and as I get outside, she rushes out to stop me. Neon, I'm not going tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. Ever again. All I managed to do right now is rope you into my problem. Make you feel worse. I just succeeded in creating a bigger problem than before. Sayori. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Neon. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Neon. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori, I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So, there's no way you could like me more than I like you. Should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Neon. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Neon, is this really okay? Yeah. I held Sayori in my arms and pulled her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Neon. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Neon. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But now, no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever place suits you best. Hey, Neon. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me. Right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. But I do love you too. Besides, you know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. I do wonder how Sayori's depression issues are going to be handled with all this. Because honestly, I do feel that Yuri's and Natsuki's routes kind of skirted around the issues of awkward social interaction and domestic abuse a bit somewhat. Okay, maybe a little more than somewhat, but it's mentioned more than a few times, yes, and it does definitely play a role in both their routes and how their relationships with the main character unfold. But I don't really feel like they could have been as explored in depth as they probably should have been. I guess I'm just wondering if it's going to be kind of the same with Sayori's route too. And it'll just end up following the same basic story structure as the last two routes did. And as a result, it'll just end up feeling like a bit of a letdown to me. Well, you find out, I guess. I walk into the literature club and the usual scene greets me. Yuri's sitting at her desk, reading a book, and Natsuki and Sayori are talking about something. Monika's late again. I walk over to Natsuki and Sayori, asking what they're on about. Natsuki thinks cupcakes are better than cookies. I don't think they are, Sayori, I know they are. Okay, so we are having this discussion in Sayori's route. I think they're both really good. But I mean, cookies taste better to me. To you. Sayori, maybe I just have better taste. After all, how could I be good at baking if I didn't have good taste? Natsuki, Sayori, why are you getting so heated over this? They both look at me. She started it. I just wanted to explain. Alright, that's enough, both of you. This argument is absolutely ridiculous. One of you likes cupcakes more. One of you likes cookies more. End of story. And which one do you like more, Neon? Again, both pairs of eyes land on me. Well, seeing as how this might affect my relationship with whoever I do or don't side with, I might have to choose my words carefully. Cookies! I'll admit I do prefer cookies over cupcakes. Yay! That means I'm right. All it proves is I'm in the company of two people with bad taste. Well, it's not like what I think matters. That's not the point, Natsuki. This argument is ridiculous in the first place. Just drop it, alright? Alright, sorry. Well, I'll drop it. But only because I know I'm right, and it's pointless convincing her. The two girls look to each other one last time. Natsuki's glare is lost on Sayori's cheerful grin. Maka walks into the room. Okay, sorry that I'm late, everyone. This all looks exactly the same. So let's see the new take on this event from Sayori's route. It's Monday, and time for the school festival. I've always enjoyed these, as they were essentially a day off from school, but I never got involved in anything like this. I can't believe I have to read out a poem. I'm still not even that proud of the one I chose. All of a sudden, my mind jumps to Sayori, who hasn't come out. I was waiting outside her door for her to come out, but it seems she overslept again. She didn't oversleep. She kind of explained to you the whole oversleeping thing. Anxious, I walk into her house once more. I still don't feel very comfortable doing it, but I'm not going to be late because of her. Besides, it's what a boyfriend would do, right? I walk upstairs to her room. I set my book bag down outside the door. I begin to knock on the door, yet I'm still met with no response. Jeez, come on, Sayori, are you dead or something? I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me feel scared that I'm going to see her hanging about, but nope. This is called the normal VN, so I'm going to presume that's going to be something a little less dramatic than that. Wake up! I guess I can't do much else. I gently opened the door to see her asleep. I called your bluff. I walk over and tap her on the shoulder. I seen her turn over. Neon? What's wrong? She lets out a huge yawn. Oh, so she actually did oversleep this time? Okay, I guess I was wrong to assume otherwise. Did she forget what today is? I want to be mad at her, but instead I find myself stunned. She looks so cute! Hey, Sayori. It's time to get up, okay? We're gonna be late for the festival. What? The festival? Oh, Neon will be mad if I don't get up. I'm right here. She throws the covers off her, gets up, and opens her eyes to the best of her ability. Oh, Neon. You're here already. Yup. Sorry, I must have overslept. It's okay, you still have time. I'll be waiting outside, okay? Outside? Neon, oh no, you'll be cold. Go downstairs. I'll be right out, okay? I'm confused by Sayori's request, but I oblige. It's not that big of a deal to wait for her inside the house. After a few minutes, I see Sayori come down the stairs. She walks over to the kitchen to pour herself a bowl of cereal. What kind of cereal do you eat? Thanks for waking me up, Neon. You really are always looking out for me. I still lack the energy to be reprimanding. No problem, Sayori. Now let's get going, shall we? As soon as I'm done with breakfast. You know how I get if I skip it. Fine. Well, at least this played out a bit differently from the R2 routes. So, something different. We arrive at the festival and get to our setup. We're about 15 minutes late, but we don't miss much. Of Of course, the first thing Sayori does is take a huge bite out of one of Natsuki's cupcakes, and I grab one as well. Instead of the traditional swirl, the icing is shaped sort of like a closed book, fitting the theme. So I guess Natsuki gets this idea even if Neon doesn't suggest it, huh? Great minds think alike, I guess. Wow, Natsuki, these are really good. Thanks. I just hope everyone else will enjoy them. It's impressive how the icing's done. Something like this must have taken a lot of time, effort, or both. Well, duh. I've got a lot of practice with this kind of thing. It's really not that hard once you get to know it. Yuri and Monka come over, getting a taste, and they seem to enjoy it. They too express their gratitude to Natsuki. I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. Just make sure there's enough for everyone else, alright? Speaking of anyone else, is there someone who signed up to join the club yet? Nope, not so far. But the festival hasn't really picked up yet. In due time, I guess. Oh, that's right. And we haven't read the poetry yet. Speaking of which, have you got your poem with you, Neon? Spoiler alert! No. Oh yeah, it's right in my book bag. I cut myself off. I realized by the now apparent emptiness behind me that I didn't bring my book bag with me. Great. I mean, I did. Well, that isn't very good. Anyone have a poem they can lend to Neon? He seems to have forgotten his. You know, the main event of the day and everything. Monka guilt trips me. Hey, I didn't do it on purpose. Sayori steps in my defense? Hey, don't be so mean to him! For the record, I forgot my poem too, so it really isn't just him. Sayori, it's not something you should feel proud of. But I just forgot. Well, you can't do that. Now 2 of us won't be able to read anything. How will we attract newcomers now? Well, my reading isn't going to attract anyone new anyway, so really I don't count. Okay, this is all looking the same. It's playing out similar to how Yuri's version of events played out. Steps in, Sayori alone. None of us did. What's your opinion? Well, so the beginning of the flashback's different, but the argument itself is similar to Yuri's route. Give and take, I guess, when it comes to changing things up, and not. So, does everyone understand why this club's still the way it is? Because we're a well-oiled machine. Me and Sayori leave together. Neon, am I still coming over Sunday? I'd love to have you. She beams. I'm so ready for Sunday. It's the beginning of lunch period. I'm at my locker when, unbeknownst to me, Sayori shows up behind it. Found any good books in there? I recoil at her voice, startled. I sigh. If you got math textbooks, sure. But I sure don't. Fair point. What are you doing here anyway? Isn't your locker 2 hallways down? I don't need anything from it. Though I might come down here and talk until the bell rings. I roll my eyes. Skipping class? Sayori, I am ashamed. I say, sarcastically. Lunch period isn't taken seriously by the teachers anyway. Well, as long as you get back on campus before the next class, they couldn't care less. I'm not skipping! Lunch doesn't count. You're not actually thinking of going out, are you? She thinks about the idea for a moment. Maybe? Normal lunch is boring anyway. Well, go with someone else. I'm not going to get in trouble with you. Aw, come on. It might be fun. Please. She uses those eyes. The ones every girl uses when she wants something. Well, let's go with you. Why not? Fine. If we get in trouble, it's all your fault. Yay! You're the best, Neon. Yeah. So what do we do now? Just leave? I don't know. I've never actually done this before. I think that's it, though. I ponder this for a moment. So where do you want to go? Oh! Let's go exploring in the woods behind the school. You're just full of bad ideas today, aren't you? Hey, what else would we do? I begrudgingly agree. We make our way to the woods within the minute, and before I know it, Sayori's almost out of view. These woods, though, they look awfully suburban, don't they? I catch up with her. Wait, are you not scared that there might be something here? A bear or a rabid animal or something? Sayori chuckles at my concern. Come on, Neon, don't be so scared. You were never like this when we were kids. Hey, if being a wuss stops us from being killed, I'm glad to have changed. You're no fun now. It's alright, nothing will happen. With that, she walks off. Grudgingly, I follow her. I'm glad I did. As next I see her, she's falling on her back into a creek. Ow! Sayori, are you alright? No! Help! I might drown! I contain the urge to laugh. She's barely halfway submerged. I pick her up. Sayori, you... I sigh. Never mind. Thanks, Neon. She says, shivering. Here, take this. I say, taking off my light jacket and handing it to her. You don't just take things off, you talk them off. You really have a way with words, don't you, Neon? I like to be able to talk my own clothes off. It's not much, but should help. As she takes it and puts it on, I remember every cheesy romance scene in every movie, where the boyfriend takes off his jacket and gives it to his girlfriend on a cold winter night. Being in that position, it isn't as romantic as they portray it to be. Or at least, that's what I think. Something changes about her expression when she puts on my jacket. You really are the best, Neon. You're welcome. Now let's head back. If we hurry, we can make it to 4th period and not get in trouble. I say, checking my watch. And then next is math. At least it's a class we share. It's one we've shared for 5 months, but for some reason her statement of the obvious makes her look content about something. Why do you point that out? That way you can't tell anyone about what happened without me knowing. Don't tell anyone, by the way. I never planned to, but she makes me promise anyway. I do so, and with that we head back. And even still, we're about 5 minutes late. We're inside the building when Natsuki sees us and laughs at Sayori. What happened to you? She asks after her laughter subsides. Sayori struggles for a second to make up an excuse. It's his fault, she says, pointing to me. Traitor. Neon made me wet! At this point, Natsuki can hardly contain herself, and laughs harder than a kid at the circus. Sayori, do you understand what that means? I whisper to her. She whispers back. What do you mean by that? I explained to her why her double entendre got such a reaction out of Natsuki. Her face turns a pink only rivaled by Natsuki's hair. That's not what I meant! Sure it isn't. I tell you two to get a room if there was one teacher in it. Bye, lovey-doveys. Sayori buries her face in her hands, clearly embarrassed. I don't blame her. Even I get a bit red after hearing Natsuki's statement. We both head to our classes. Well, it's okay, Sayori. I mean, we can't exactly control what makes us wet, you know? So don't feel too bad. I'm sorry, that was awful. Other than being late to 4th hour, I speed through the next few periods. When I get to 7th, over the intercom I hear, Neon, Sayori, please make your way to the main office at the end of the hour. Great. So, 7th period ends. I go to the office to see Sayori sitting there, waiting for the principal to show up. So, your teacher told on you too, huh? She nods. Great. At least we won't be alone in detention. I'm amused she can still take solace in such a fact. She really does take joy in the little things. I sit in the chair next to her, and the waiting game ends when the principal shows up. Long story short, we both have detention as predicted. That's going to be fun. And as a bonus, we get to miss the literature club. Thanks a lot, Sayori. It's a Sunday like any other. Sayori, as usual, walks right into my house. Hey, Neon. She walks up to me and pokes me on the nose. Boop! What? What was that? It was a boop! I booped you, silly. What does that mean? It means you've been booped, son! Well, this... She smiles and pokes my nose once more. I give up trying to understand her and direct us both to the couch. What a boopless life you must have led. I feel sorry for you. Well, what do you want to do today? Ooh. We can play cards! She pulls out a deck of cards from her back pocket. Where'd you get those? They were just sitting around in my room. I thought if we had nothing to do today, we might as well be this. What should we play? Go Fish? It's the only card game I know. Content with this choice, Sayori smiles and sits down on the floor, and I sit across from her. She deals the cards, and we begin playing. Got any red cards? Sayori, you have to ask for a card of a specific type, like 1s or 3s. Oh, okay. Got any 1s or 3s? My hand makes sudden and unexpected contact with my face. Sayori, ask for one card type at a time. It has to be a card that you have. Sorry. I've just never played this before. Instantly, I feel bad for Sayori. Not as bad as I feel for you for living a boopless life. Excuse me. It should have clicked for me that she's never played this. Right now, all I've been doing is getting angry with her for something that's not her fault. Aw, Sayori. Forgive her, you boopless bastard. Sorry for being so rude. Should have realized you hadn't played it. Oh, it's alright. We can do something else. Here, let's watch TV. Why wouldn't you forgive her for this anyway? I mean, that'd be a real dick move to do anyway. I don't disagree, instead getting up to reach for the remote. Sayori moves up to the couch. And when I return, I sit there myself. So what do you want to watch? I don't know, Neon. It's up to you. Your TV, your pick, right? Wait, DVD is showing. Want to watch that? I switch to the channel, then get up to turn off the lights and close the blinds. A little bit into the movie, Sayori begins to object. A horror movie? Neon, those scare me a lot. She begins to recoil. It's here that I realize I should probably comfort her somehow. Well, at least your love of horror movies is consistent with Sayori's route, and Natsuki's. Sayori, if you're that scared, then come here. Don't worry, I'll protect you. From the TV. That static on a blank channel is definitely something horrifying. If you're not careful, it'll just swallow you whole. Just come flying right out of the screen like a swarm of locusts. I outstretched my arms to the side of myself, realizing how dumb my idea and what I just said sounded. To my shock, Sayori embraces them, hugs me like I'm the last man on Earth. Hey, careful. Neon? What's up? Thank you. I really am scared. I'm kind of glad that you do this with me. Sayori, you get scared over every little thing. Says the man who was scared to even go running in the woods with her earlier. But you're welcome. I enjoy cuddling like this. I really like it too. And not every little thing, meanie. Me and Sayori take one last look at each other and go back to it. After a while, the movie ends, and we both get up. Sayori's ready to leave. It was really scary, but it wasn't that bad with you. I'm glad I come over every Sunday. So am I, Sayori. You're the best, you know that? You too. Boop! She pokes me once more on the nose and smiles to herself. Hey, knock it off. But you're so cute when I boop your nose. You're weird, Sayori, and you're a boopless bastard, Neon. Well, thanks for playing cards and watching TV with me, Neon. I'll see you tomorrow, alright? Sure thing. Later, Sayori. There. Things are back to normal. We say our goodbyes and Sayori leaves. I notice that even now I still can't tell her I love her. I still lack the confidence even after all this time. That sucks. At least she doesn't seem to mind. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut things off here, and we can continue our relationship with Sayori in the next episode. And honestly, I'm going to predict that we're probably going to end up finishing around the next episode too. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Doki Doki Literature Club at the Normal VN. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.